Well, for Orgless, pretty good. You know, it's a map that they haven't Genko and Orgless yet for Chalet or any of the three maps that we're going to.
Just the, especially with, again, Inrio, Franklin, and Focal being such a solid, probably one of the best backlines in all of T2 as of recent, and already it's an opening pick. Make it 2 for Solo. Ivan and Rival go down and work these picks back. If you go into this execute 5-on-3, it's almost guaranteed Orgless are going to come away with the round, and now Inrio pushing up towards Office. There's JJ with the first response for his team, taking Focal off the double window cut, and Packer smoking Inrio from, I don't know, from the bathroom? He had an angle from bathroom onto the office door. Now Packer kind of stuck here, but Mike W's got his support. Shotgun out to take down the striker, and Orgless have completely disintegrated.
An instant turnaround for Genko. What feels like a match point moment is just the first round of the series, Harrison, leaving just Franklin low on HP. The majority of Genko defenders are still lying in wait, preparing for Orgless to hop in the building and fight them.
See if JJ and Co once again work for picks. There's Packer lurking in Office, not spotted. He takes down Solo, but Library is now in the control of the attack, and they've taken through these bar doors. All they need is a couple well-placed smokes. There's one from Inrio to take away the angle from the stock player, but a big C4 from Packer takes him out, and he catches Focal going by the bar wall. Can he get a third? No, Franklin too quick on the trigger, leaving it all on the Frost in a 1 versus 2, but so much time. It's been bled away. 15 seconds. And Ivan's got a great power position to try and clutch this round from, but he...
Here comes Solo once again by Library. I wonder if they have new information, if Rival has backed away from the basement or if he's now somewhere else. No, they're hunting down the player from Blue instead. Great shot from Solo. Focal shuts down Ivan.
The smoke dead without really doing a whole lot. Rival revealing his location once again as JJ now gets Claymored. Orgless are aware that Mike W is the only man on site. Are they going to go for the push? No, still just doing their due diligence, especially with Solo down. They don't want to overplay their hand, but Mike W gets a little bit too close to the doorway, and now it's all on Rival, that roamer, who they likely know is coming Solar side because of that earlier run out. Drones coming in from Orgless too, just to make sure that they don't get ahead of themselves and that Rival can't...
Those Claymores, that way when JJ and Co were going to get aggressive in the mid to late round to recover that deficit, they could still make the back trophy stairs a little more challenging to defend, even with these EMEA magnets. And Inrio, a great cutoff to synergize with that vert.
Bodies for this defense. There's still the C4 from Mike W as well. Lurking in Office right now, but Spiff is in the middle of the site killing Ivan. There's another one back for the defense. It's their first kill of the round on Franklin, but look at Orgless just continuing to run on this first floor. Packer gets one, but he's swiftly traded out by Spiff. That's that trade game you were just talking about, John, that Orgless are so good with, and now Rival and Mike W are stranded on this top floor trying to work vert. It works for 1 kill. That's Inrio, but he's not the case carrier. Spiff now inside kitchen, but with only 10 seconds left, a lot of this round is going to be on how well Solo can cover his planter. It's about halfway through. It's going to have to be stuck through 000, and Spiff gets down. Mike W goes huge. Again, working that vert to his advantage, just peeking on through the hatch. Really good info from Orgless, spotting out Packer, seeing that Rival is still playing on the shield, and Packer gets caught by Focal, opening up the sandwich window. That is now 5 entry picks in a row going the way of Orgless, but can they convert? Focal frostmatted, finished by JJ, but now your mezzanine player is gone. Top floor control in the hands of Orgless, but John, it has cost a lot of time. There's 40 seconds left. Mike W is holding a mean cross and dining. JJ still with 3 smoke canisters.
A lot to work with here for JJ and Co. Compared to Orgless, they used all their Capitao asphyxiating bolts. The Thatcher's gone. There's no more EMPs. They've got Ash charges and a single flash. That's all they've got to work with here. And these hatches as JJ and Co. continue to remain tucked. There's mud control now established for Orgless, but the Toxic Babes coming into play, really being a thorn in the side of the offense as we tick into red time. Inrio tagged up by the gas as he attempts to push forward through the back stairs. They don't know about Ivan. He misses one opportunity, is not granted.
A lot of time on this vigil, and something that Orgless have done a lot is waste time, even without having to hunt that guy, but they know where he is. And Focal, after missing just a couple shots, does deal with that vigil. Rival, though, left unchecked.
The third exothermic will do the trick just right. That now leaves the boiler wall closed, though. This might give JJ&Co the opportunity to play more aggressive, especially off the man advantage gained by JJ's well-placed shots.
Vocal's going to need to find an angle here to take space with Blitz. Solo gets his utility in, but there's someone now creeping up. It's Mike W forward on default, and he kills Solo. The C4 deals a lot of damage to Focal.
The site doorway or rotate and get pillar opened up while there's still blue control and opened up, so people can't play Condor retake once you get the plant down. But you know, it's kind of the lesser of two evils. One person playing above on the hatch, that could have been effective too. But we're in a new round, who cares? Focal lands the majority of his air jabs placed, but someone else now has to man this cutoff. I imagine they're going to try to use the Aurora just to cut off a couple of doorways and maybe hop into sight to plant.
I was going to say, maybe they can switch places and have the Ashe hold that cut so that JJ can walk in and plant. Ivan, though, sneaking up towards the door. They knew Focal was playing in the closet, and yet Ivan exposes himself and very clearly unaware of the angle there. Packer taking a lot of damage on Highway from the Ivy window, and the reswing from Franklin is successful. Now, 4v2 for Orgless. They've got double the man count. Focal does go down, but still there's only 20 seconds remaining. And JJ with the case. Oh, has made his way into Master. I thought he was still on the rappel. Now getting the plant down. It's all going to be up to Rival to cover. Halfway through, JJ gets off of it because of the C4, but still ends up dying to it anyway. And now it's Rival in a 1 versus 2. No, he's gotta try and stick. It's really
these flashes just to make some space and then just start throwing out the air jabs to force back Franklin. You've now got the player stuck in box who's now blinded, allowing some space to be made from JJ&Co. But Orgless once again, their 8th consistent entry, in Franklin popping off his shield, rips Rival to shreds with the SMG pistol, and is still buying time over by top blue stairs as the Fenriers were not yet dealt with. Mike W is blind by his opponent's utility and his teammates. Franklin finds yet another as Orgless still keep the man advantage and, more importantly, still have top floor control.
Spiff not looking to overstay his welcome there. I was about to say he needs to fall back now, and he does. He gets away. Franklin able to pick up his shield and get down the stairs too. So JJ and Packer, you've got top floor, but the damage is done, and there's not a whole lot you can do with it because, once again, Clash is still alive, and I don't know what you're going to do with a Hib and a Flores up against Franklin, who is simply going to sit bar stock, wait for you to drop, and just harass you. Here comes JJ. He's not able to land enough shots onto Inrio, so the Warden still persists. Packer trying to hold some sort of a cross to protect his planters. Now it's going down. He doesn't win the fight. From Solo, who's sitting on the staircase. Another ace charge destroys his shield, forcing him forward. He just evades the blinds, but does not evade the jump in from Rival. And John, 9 rounds in, we finally have an opening pick.
Just got it open now at the Kairos charges, so Inrio has backed away, establishing new vert to try to stop this plant. But if there's any pressure from upstairs, it could be shut down. But no, there's zero response. They're just holding W, Harrison. And in a matter of moments, Orgless have taken back the man advantage. Packer will equalize and spots the castle up above, but he's got to recover this diffuser and narrowly does so as Inrio was continuing to set up vert above. Packer will begin to try to set this plant in a new position away from this vertical, and he's just barely successful getting away with his life.
Instead of trying to help your Fenrir, instead of trying to help Solo, that's gonna be one we revisit.
Absolutely. And oh no, Focal getting downed early from it was a solar window. He might have just been playing right underneath it, and Rivals, he's already dead to begin with as well. So good start so far for JJ&Co. At least the Selma charge got denied, and Inrio through the vert lands a nasty shot onto Rival to retake the top solar position. That is a crazy retake from him.
Being able to get past that flank watch from downstairs was huge, but then Ivan and JJ just swinging right into the window, able to clean up Inrio, but the Oryx is here to save the day, potentially. Down goes Blackbeard, looking for the second on the wing to lurk through. We'll have to see. Either way, tons of utility coming in from JJ&Co now. He used a couple of those stuns from Ivan, and Mike W rips the head off Solo. Your mezzanine player now gone, making this library position a lot less stalwart, and that's going to prompt Focal to fall back to the bomb site. Now full top floor control is in the hands of JJ and Co. On map point, they are looking really well poised to win this. Packer is still outside. I'm really wondering if he's outside that wall. I can't quite see his silhouette.
He's in fireplace
now. So he's just walked through the main door. Smoke to try and isolate the fight. Spiff whiffs on the player blue stairs, and JJ and Co. simply just clean house in the the dying seconds of the round. It is a calm and comfortable 7-4 win for JJ and Co. on Orgless's.
Well, here it is. Cafe. Time to see, as you said, if they can prove him wrong. Orgless.
Stat line to justify going back to Cafe, to be honest. But this is a map that JJ had go off by the fireplace side of the map, or even through mining. If you have train control still, you can directly contest that diffuser.
Okay.
But Focal, nice shot landed. The site is being hit by JJ and Co. simultaneously as both JJ and Mike W win 1-for-1s. And this round could be over in a blink of an eye as JJ and Co. are up 2 bodies as JJ now tries to get the plant down, but Franklin slips in through reading hallway, gets rid of Ivan, and is looking for the planter. He injures JJ! And Franklin with the quad to start map number 2. It couldn't get any better than this, folks, as he
strategically by taking Orgless completely off guard. I don't know if that's going to work twice, though Ivan does kill Focal, and that was one of your players downstairs. But once again, Franklin steps up to keep his team in the man advantage, playing here in Laundry, looking to maybe work out, or no, play on white so he can watch a fireplace should someone from the attack start trying to take in through there. So you've got 2 players on the middle floor from JJ and Co. Packer. Still left upstairs in Cigar, and he's got info on Spiff, who's trying to rat behind one of those couches. So JJ and Co. ends up... Now Ivan reveals his location. Solo ends up going down. It's a double kill from Packer's shotgun on white stairs to fully open the round for this attack, unless Inrio has something to say about it. JJ completing the plant. It's over. Packer...
And they just Hail Mary it from garage using that RRU projector to cut off the main sight line. They're just outside the doorstep of sight, hiding by Freezer, but Franklin wins that first gunfight. Ivan now gone. Mike W dealt with from brown stairs by the player behind the whiskey bar. Tons of sight lines covered for Orgless, but JJ and Co. eventually have a response as Rival kills one from this long hallway and another flash to make some more space as Focal is now blinded, but there isn't a lot of time to get this plant down. Packer whipping out the pistol, gets rid of Spiff, but it's still
a clash, and Franklin was able to kill 3 of them just working with his shield. He was not pressured out by the vert nearly enough. That blitz aided by the finger boost. JJ's looking for the kill on this white stairs player, backing off towards Palace. He's in cocktail now, trying to isolate it, but there's a cross from Solo. JJ overplays his hand and walks right into the trap from Orgless. There's a follow-up from Focal. Spiff gets another. A 4-1 lead now for Orgless as it's all up to Ivan. JJ and Co. with another rush attempt that falls lurking on brown stairs too. Sorry, Franklin inside restaurant. Seems like JJ and Co are aware of it. They've got the Grimbees stopping him from working his way back up. Here's the Dokubi call to disable the information, and JJ going for the plant. Spiff gets 1. Packer trades immediately and shuts down the flank from the Valkyrie as JJ completes the plant. Now Focal and Inrio, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. The Solus trying to hunt for his pick by Cigar, is only able to land some damage, finally finishes off Packer, but now his teammate falls. And he's all alone with 20 seconds left to get 3 kills, get downstairs, and hop on that case. Sounds undoable, and Rival will...
You projector to, split over this gap to get into Freezer, so maybe they just try to barrel their way in through the VIP to deal with that instead, and it just doesn't seem to be working. He's just walking through the Fenrir mine. You've got to be kidding me. JJ and Co try to bounce back, equalizing the man count of 3 versus 3, but they've got no time left with 20 seconds to go, and it looks like Mike W is committing to rezzing Rival. That leaves 2 players players basically trapped by brown stairs, and they still have to deal with VIP. It just goes from bad to worse for JJ&Co.
This is
He's
crazy.
doing it again. You've got no time left to get into sight. 2 seconds to go, and as Ivan attempts to plan, he's just
I really don't understand the plan there. You didn't do anything about VIP. You didn't do anything about the clash. You go to overtime. They got their 2 requisite rounds at the very least. You know, they got the minimum that you're expected to on Cafe.
give them a lot of value altogether.
I mean, hey, they've got the 2 secondary shotguns. Well, they don't have Hiv anymore, though, as Inrio.
Yeah, so this is really problematic.
C4'd by the Pulse. Packer already finding value. About a minute into the round, but Rival with a beautiful shot. Takes down Solo, looks towards Heaven. Can't outduel Franklin, though. Franklin maybe looking to line up, too, as they spot Ivan playing by pallets, but Spiff is the next to die. Ivan does get cleaned up. JJ is just wasting so much time. I mean, he's been here for what, 20, 30 seconds? They're still trying to hunt him. And Mike W. Oh, sorry, it's not JJ, it's Mike. In behind the shield. Able to kill Franklin before being traded out. Now it's Focal in a 1 versus 2. Once again, at some point, and that is when JJ&Co are going to make their move. Fire extinguisher kind of allows him deep into reading. He's got information on JJ. All he's got to do is find Packer after that. But just keeping an eye on that, Capital. In the meantime, keep mixing them up. Orgless. Oh, there's the run out. Mike W finally gets the call. Guy lurking on red. That's Solo trying to duo with Spiff here and make their way into mining already, but Mike's good for another kill. Packers got Vert below with the shotgun and C4 combo that he was able to hold on to. The C4 from JJ lands on Spiff. Orgless cannot make any headway into the bomb site, just like last round. They're stumped. Every time they try something, JJ&Co is there to battle back. Solo now trying to hunt for this pulse. Loses the fight to the shotgun as Packer had the info. And now Inrio's alone.
Just kind of casually clearing out the top floor where there's no one to try to shoot him. Eventually gets one to not make it a flawless for JJ&Co. Injury as well as JJ&Co just kind of sit still, pretending to be statues, waiting on Inrio to push into one of their many positions with only about 10 seconds left to go in this round, as in desperation.
Again, taking their sweet time.
I do like it isn't a totally passive round from JJ&Co either. I mean, yeah,
All right.
the writing is on the wall, guys. Packer literally just ran at Spiff. Franklin does at least get a refrag onto Ivan, but it wasn't any kind of run out or spawn peek with the help of a pulse. It was just patience by a staircase waiting on Orgless, and Rival through the hatch wins the tussle against Focal. Beautiful shot landed. Yet again, another response by Orgless to just as effectively too. With 40 seconds left and Packer upstairs, this is not looking good for Orgless. Wasting so much time in the early round is biting them in these final moments, as Packer's good for 3 running down Brown. Inrio left in a 1 versus 2 is trying to sneak his way into sight, but he doesn't have diffuser control, and I think JJ&Co are aware of this fact as they wait around the corner by coat check. The Vulcan pack pops, but Mike W dances around.
JJ&Co just again proving time and time again that they, when it comes to the mid to late.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. These two are trying to tussle it out here, and finally Focal and Packer both backing away, as there's now just about a minute left in the round. The Blackbeard push him on Rival, but he wins that fight. Luckily, Spiff is good for 2 kills, and Focal follows suit as Packer tried running back up above, I think, to help his
up in the capacity in which we expect. And what happens? Spiff does his best to try and put the round in his team's pocket and is now going for the plant. Just around the corner is Mike W. JJ tries to make something happen, ends up dying. The plant is denied, though, by Mike W. 5 seconds left. He kills the player, dropping the hatch. He's just got to look to his right. Down goes the striker. Mike W.
Being alive and well, and with their, I was gonna say, there is a Valkyrie, so those black eye cameras could be hacked into by the Dokkaebi, but the vertical now in effect, putting Packer down 6 feet under, we could see Orgless bring us to maximum regulation so long as Mike W doesn't work another miracle.
Is he going to do it again? There's one kill now challenging the vert. Someone from Orgless is sneaking over to it. Here comes Franklin to try and pinch the Malusi, and he successfully catches Mike W on the rotate, downing him in laundry. Irrecoverable now. But here comes Ivan upstairs, killing Spiff. Now Orgless have a decision to make. Do they worry about this guy, or do they try and just take the 3v1 against JJ? They're trying to stop Ivan from coming downstairs. But now he's got some vert to play with his JJ. Shotguns in Rio. It's a 2v2 now. JJ gets away. Ivan's got the hatch. He's just waiting for them to try and push. Down goes Franklin. It's all up to Focal. 1 versus 2, case in hand, in the bomb site, trying to stick. Ivan on the hatch above. JJ coming in from 90. Plant completed. No, stopped by JJ in the dying seconds of that timer. And Orgless, the T2 dreams die with them. JJ and co. move on.
And for the first time